We're live if you like it or not. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I think we got the audio issues worked out. Hey, everybody. There we go. Now we've got it working. Good thing I think only one person turned in. Only one person tuned in. All right, now we're rolling. Sorry about the delay there. Well, we're live in Salt Lake City. You can see to the north, that we've got a storm rolling in, expecting a little bit of rain and snow later on. Not too much action. So I think the problem is that when I use this browser, it defaults to like the um, MacBook microphone instead of my headset. So, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. But we got it figured out, and we should be good to go and rolling. And should have a nice secure connection doing the new password thing. We're on a south flow today, so planes will be arriving from the north, including a Cessna 680 Latitude from Eagle, Colorado, from one ski spot to another. Must be nice being. Looks like we also got a Delta connection 3533 inbound on a 175, and Delta 3873 from Pasco. And then getting ready to take off is Southwest 4567 Salt Lake to St. Louis on a 737 800. Thanks for everybody tuning in. It's a little chillier than yesterday. I'll tell you that much. Seeing the Southwest flight take off to St. Louis. Should be a good day for plane spotting because with the cloudier weather, it's easier to see the plane lights in the distance. So, should be a good visibility day. We are looking north, looking at that inbound Cessna citation from Eagle, Colorado, and then you've got arrivals from both Redmond, Oregon, and Pasco, Washington, the Tri Cities area. And if you can't catch us live, I hope you'll follow the Stream in replay. Looks like they sidestepped that 175 to runway 17 from Redmond, Oregon, which, by the way, is near Bend, Oregon. Very nice city. Encourage you to visit that. It's an outdoor mecca. That KC-135 of the Utah Air National Guard. Hope you had a good Sunday. Nice, relaxing Sunday and day of rest. Hope you had a good Sunday. Nice, relaxing Sunday and day of rest. Thanks for the like and thanks for tuning in. Pip, welcome in. We should be here till 5 o'clock. Hi, everyone. Feel free. We will be here. Thanks for the like. Using hopefully a little faster hotspot, so let me know how the view is and also the audio quality if you're tuning in just now. Inbound a Bombardier Global 6000 and a Challenger 300 from Fort Collins. So it looks like we've got our skiers inbound. I tell you what, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but when I was checking out the airport, I was amazed at how busy it was. I would probably say a good 40 to 50% of the passengers in the baggage claim all had skis in their hands. So that word's gotten out that we are rich with snow after the storm this week. Again, this is a Global 6000 Bombardier. Then behind that, we'll have a Challenger joining the party in just a moment. So get a 175. Getting ready to take off. It's Delta 4166 headed to Boise, and behind that, United Express 5545, Salt Lake City to Houston, getting ready to depart. Hopefully things look a little bit clearer. Had to wear the gloves today. We've got a nippy south wind. Temperature 41 degrees. So you can see some of the snow already melting off. This 175 headed to Boise. Let's see the mountains today. Probably get a few inches of snow, not too much with this rain snow that's coming in. It's not a particularly strong system. It was the same system that dumped all that rain in California, but they're just not expecting as much here. And everywhere I've looked at in Colorado, Montana, Idaho, it's like 1 to 3 inches maybe. So it's kind of falling apart after going through Las Vegas. They're doing a lot of the arrivals on the western runway on 16 right. So that's why I hate when they do the arrivals and it's south flow. So just a little tip. So United Express departure getting ready to take off. Full plane. That sucker took forever to take off, to rotate. Look at that low ceiling covering the mountains. It's kind of interesting. I don't think it's precip. It could be. We are expecting rain, starting showers in the vicinity around 5 o'clock local, so in about an hour and a half. What's up, Infidel Fireman? Thanks for coming back, my friend. One of the best. Everything 5x5 today? I think, and I think we typically have a little lower turnout on Sundays. Nice. Look, sounds beautiful. All right. That's what I like to hear. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Ready for another week of dispatching class? No, man. See, when you get done and you have that license in your hand, you'll be like the biggest stud in the world and you'll be like, that was awesome. And now I get to learn a bunch of new stuff and get hired by an airline. But I will tell you, they do everything they can to make sure you're successful. So I wouldn't worry too much. Just take your time. It sounds like you're in good shape, getting C's on all the tests. That was about where I was at, and I got better as the class went on and things just started clicking. Yeah, the key thing is just making sure you set aside enough time to study out of the book, because that's where a lot of the questions are going to come from. So just FYI, I'm going to slide right here and catch this Challenger inbound, something a little different. You gonna wait for me, 175? No, he's already gone. It's a shame. Tis a shame. Yeah, I know. It's just a process. It's just a process of going through everything and making it happen, one one class at a time, one subject at a time. So they're sending a Galaxy, or excuse me, a Gulfstream G200 Galaxy over to this side. We'll catch that inbound. And then we've got a couple at the end here. Delta 3996 Burbank and United 1100 getting ready to take off on a 737-800 to Denver. I had a part-time job when I started class, and it wasn't that high paying. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to quit this so I can focus on studying. And because I have trouble sometimes focusing on multiple things, but it worked out for me. But everybody's different. So just take your time. Just make time for studying the book, and you'll be in good shape. Looks like the 175 is out first out the gate. So I think I'm going to be on every day this week, or at least every weekday. I'm going to try because I've got this new hotspot and I want to check it out and make sure it works solidly. So instead of traveling everywhere, I'm going to do a lot of test runs probably at home. So you see a lot of me this week, but at different times to give you a little more variety. Shark tail getting ready to take off. Headed to Bob Hope Burbank. Burbank is where you want to go if you want to catch all the TV shows and The Price is Right and all them fancy shows with live audiences. We tried once, my friends and I, but it was like people had been camping out just to get on The Price is Right. Thanks for the like. I do have Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I do, sir. Absolutely. I haven't played it in a while because I've been busy doing this. But yeah, I do love it. Also, I have to admit, um, okay, will do, man. Absolutely. I have to confess, though, I'm also I'm saving up a little money so I can get like a AMD 6900 XT or an NVIDIA at least 3080 so I can do 4K. So I haven't played it as much because I think it would be a great tool for teaching dispatch too. That's just me. Yeah, I need the power, baby. I definitely need the power. Right now, I when I so when the game first came out, I obviously wanted it because it had been so long. So I couldn't afford, and that was back during COVID. So everything was kind of, um, they were really hitting you with sticker shock on the video cards. Now they're a little more realistic. Okay, that's good to know. Honestly, that's really good to know. So you're doing 4K with it, and what's your processor, and how many gigs of RAM do you have? Having a little shop top here if you're just tuning in, Microsoft Flight Simulator, but also doing plane spotting. And we still have a good 90 minutes to go and a lot of fun to talk about. Got quite the lineup building here on a Sunday afternoon. Okay. Yeah, look that up and let me know because that may save me a bunch of money. Looks like they put United 1100 Salt Lake City to Denver in the penalty box. ATC does for ATC traffic on a peak day. But then we've got Delta 4006 headed to Palm Springs, 4337 on a CRJ 900 headed to, well, it looks like that's ferry flight. Delta connection 3714 next in line, Long Beach. And Delta 2535 to Santa Ana, so in Southern California. So looks like all the regionals got out at the same time, except for the main line. So, but I'm excited. We don't see a CRJ 900 here often in Salt Lake City. Thanks for everybody for tuning in here on a Sunday. Hopefully it's a lazy Sunday for you. You can kick back and relax. If you're at work, we appreciate you working hard. First out the gate, headed to Palm Springs is what we're looking at. Low and slow climb. Looks like United has been given the green light to go to Denver on a 737-800 on their new livery, the all blue, the Rhapsody blue, so to speak, which is a good choice. I did not like the Continental United compromise when they first merged several years ago. Full load, it looks like today for United. And off into the clouds. Hey, everybody, thanks for the likes and thanks for tuning in. Feel free to say hi. Infidel Fireman and I are having a little side discussion on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Can't go wrong with that. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and like button. Subscribing is the best way that you will know when we'll be broadcasting next. No worries, man. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if you get them. No worries. Here's our A220-300 headed to Santa Ana, California. And away they go down to SoCal. Mentioned it first in the broadcast, but I was amazed at how many people are here for skiing. When I was walking through the airport, it was like every other person had skis in their hands. So the word is out about our snowfall. This Delta flight off in the air. And for your information, if you're just tuning in, most of the flights that you see that are Delta connection flights on the 175s, the Embraer 175s, those are all regional carriers. And most of them, in fact, I would probably say exclusively for Delta connection flights, is all SkyWest. Thanks for the like and tuning in. Got a lot of action today. It's probably dinner time on the East Coast. Maybe working earlier is better. I'm hopeful that I could start a GoFundMe page tonight, and I'll have that on the broadcast, our next broadcast, if you'd like to donate. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, Bountiful. Just north, looking straight north, that is basically Bountiful. In fact, I'm going to turn the camera a little bit here in just a second because you can see Bountiful from here in the distance, which is kind of cool. Oh. But in the meantime, we got a private owner headed from Salt Lake City down to Fort Lauderdale on the Challenger. And I'm guessing they're going to pump out right there. So, yeah, as I was saying, if we go to right about there. So, all along those mountains, that's Bountiful. Right there. So, really not that far away from the airport at all. It's a nice, quick little visit, and you're right there. If you're new to the channel, feel free to say hi. And if you like the content and how things are looking, give me an old like and thumbs up. And subscribing is the best way to know where we're going to be next. I think we'll be hanging around here, but you never know. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Feel free to say hi. We love new guests and new followers and new likes. I actually went to college in in Weber State in Ogden, so about 30 minutes north of here. So 10 years ago. All right, so let's check out these bad boy specs. An i5 11400F, the NVIDIA 3060, 32, okay, with 1 terabyte storage. Solid specs, sir. Mine is, I think the kicker is my video card. I have a 5700 XT from AMD, so is the previous generation. Because other than that, I've got an SSD terabyte storage. I've got, which I run the game off of. I've got AMD 3700X, 8-core processor, 5700 XT video card, and 32 gigabytes of RAM. So you would think that would be sufficient, but when I try 4K at high end or ultra, I'm getting maybe 15 frames a second. So, yeah. So I probably need an extra boost. The GPU is definitely a huge part of it. Getting ready to head to Butte, Montana as the CRJ 200 Delta connection, 4230. Thanks for the like. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. It's tough because there's like a $300 difference between maybe a 3070 and a 3080. And so it's like, do you go for more? And so you're future protected or what? So it's a tough call. So I'm kind of in that middle ground and saving up too. Because I don't know if you see my other videos on my channels, but those are all Microsoft Flight Simulator approaches, just at 1080p at 60 frames max. So yeah, but definitely saving up. I almost am done with my taxes, so that should give me a little bump, hopefully. No delay in sending that CRJ down to or up to Butte, Montana. A Bombardier is the plane, CRJ 200, and the flight is a Delta connection on the itty bitty CRJ 200. I feel like it's basically the same body as a Bombardier CRJ 200, but just instead of luxury class, it's economy. They're all economy seats, by the way. There's no first class in that CRJ. Looks like we got another lineup of flights. Let's check out what we got. If you're new to the channel, let people know if they like plane spotting too, that I'm out and about, and I'm here to share knowledge and goodness. That Alaska flight is Alaska 3470, taking off right now, headed to Portland, Oregon. One of Alaska's hubs. Off to Portland we go. Pan back to the north side of the airport, but the south-facing runway of 16 left. Get in line, boys and girls. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Feel free to say hi. Well, I'd love for you to say hi. That way I get to know you. And now I'm going to steal all of Infidel Fireman's specs and have a better Microsoft Flight Simulator thanks to him. Lining up, anyways. Delta 2246, Salt Lake City to San Diego is up next on an A319. Then it's Delta 3879, Salt Lake to Oakland, Delta Connection flight. And JetBlue 2531, Salt Lake City to LAX on an A320. Yep, the Congo line is building. And if you enjoy Congo lines, give us a like. We did miss, and I had to do something today, or I would have been out here earlier. But we did miss the A330 taking off the Neo. I think London will be taking off in a little bit, in Amsterdam probably. Been given the green light, and the A319 to San Diego is on its way. And the line is building. We'll go back to it in just a second. These are going to be all rapid fire. So I apologize if I can't get to the chat for a few minutes, but it's going to be rapid fire departures. Back to the north we go. As the Congo line continues, next departure up, E175, Embraer 175, Delta Connection, headed to Oakland. Going with the archery dart, bow and arrow takeoff, slow and steady. That one is gone, headed back to the north. Can't spend too much time on each one. Next up, our JetBlue flight headed to Los Angeles. Hi, everybody who just tuned in. Feel free to say hi. It's a little nippier today, so I've got the gloves on, so sorry it's not quite as steady. Working the old tripod today. Still crossing my fingers that one day JetBlue will start bringing the 321. I did see a 321 the other day, but the A220 as well. I'm hopeful that they'll bring that out. Maybe if they're shorter, like to LA, but we'll see. So it looks like we've got a 767 at the end of the Congo line right there. So that's the interesting question. I think it's a little late for a Hawaii departure, but they may have been delayed. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Southwest joining the Congo line. And here we go. That A320 to Los Angeles is off and rolling. And back to the north we head. So, rocking and rolling. A lot of people wanting to get back or to somewhere on a Sunday. It's E175 brought to you by Delta Connection. Straight up. No funny business. Straight into the air. And back to the north we go. Looks like we got an Airbus A320 or A321 waiting. Getting the okay. And off they go. Got to stay on it. No time for dilly-dallying when you're plane spotting. Focus. I'm going to guess this bad boy's headed to Detroit. And there we go. Got another one. 737-900 for Delta. My arms are starting to get tired. Oh, I need to be in shape. Here we go in 175, getting ready for the okay. It's about as long as line as I've seen without de-icing. Hi, everyone who just tuned in. We'll be on the air for about another hour or so, broadcasting live from Salt Lake City International Airport. Feel free to say hi, and if you like what you see, we'd love a like and for you to subscribe. That way, you know where we'll be next and when. Salt Lake is our home base, but we do like to travel once in a while and get a little more variety, because who doesn't like more variety when it comes to aviation? Fun fact, in case tidbit for you, Delta Airlines bought out Western Air many years ago to come out here, Salt Lake, and be the Salt Lake hub. So there's a fun fact for you. That was back in the late 80s, I want to say. We keep rolling. Can't stop the music or the airplanes. All waiting. Embraer 175 brought to you by Delta Connection. Thanks for the like. No, I am not dispatching now. I am taking a break. I am starting MBA school most likely in the fall, and it's a stressful time. And so I left in December. I was with a startup, and I needed some time to step away, so I resigned. So this is it, man. This and working on some other things. Hopefully, starting an aviation website, and in addition, I think what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is start a live dispatch chat or video. This Delta 767 brought to you by your mom because she's a wide body. Just kidding. That was a good joke, though. Who's next in line? Looks like an A220. Hey, Hawaii. Thanks for laughing at that one, infidel fireman. I appreciate it, man. That means a lot. Hello from Hawaii. Aloha, as you would say. Aloha. Welcome in. Welcome in Radio 706. If you like what you see, we'd love a like and subscribe because we put out videos the night before, the morning of, where we're going to be broadcasting from. So love you to join the party. Let's check out this conga line while we got a quick moment. Is that A220 gonna jump off? All right, so that bad boy is headed to Sacramento and it's on its way. Shark deal. I had it going off. That's a cock. Sorry, guys. I couldn't even put my glove down. It's been so busy. So it's just the Congo line, like we talked about, Infidel Fireman. It just keeps coming. I believe that was a Max too, a Southwest 737 Max 8. And if Ray's still on, I'm sure you see Southwest quite a bit because they also do the inter island shuttles, right? Along with Hawaiian and a few other airlines. And Ray, just out of curiosity, if you're still on, what's the temperature like in Kauai? Because it's 40 and windy here. Shh. Well, he's taking his sweet time rolling down the runway there. What's the deal? Hmm. Okay. That's weird. Oh, nice. Looks like that guy's got a maintenance issue. 74 degrees currently. That sounds delicious. That sounds outstanding. So it looks like that Airbus is going off due to ADC or a maintenance issue, headed back to the gate. But glad to bring you back, Ray. We had like 2 feet of snow this week on Tuesday. I don't know if you still have family here, but okay. So now that Airbus is now going to the back of the line, is it being punished? That's interesting. I have never seen that before. Live, of course, because we do things live here. Never seen that before. Sounds great, Ray. That is some fantastic weather. All right, next up in the Congo line, looks like we've got Delta 2055 and A321. And then Delta 2631, an A320 from Salt Lake to Portland. Then it's Delta 2317, an A320 headed to Los Angeles. And arriving on 17, runway 17, is Southwest 1097. You can probably saw sneak by. Oh, it's just nonstop action, folks. Pretty awesome. There's that Southwest 737-700 arriving on runway 17 from St. Louis. Going to be praying for north winds soon so we can get some arrivals right in front of us. Yeah, lake effect snow. Well, this was a straight up storm, man. I'll tell you that much. It was a straight up storm. There was no lake effect. I live down Murray, kind of Midvale, and it was just nonstop. And that A321 is not wasting any time with this Congo line. It is off and rolling. Maybe they're about to time out. That could be why. Ray, I do want to get out to Hawaii, though. That'd be some awesome plane spotting, especially in Kauai and Honolulu. So that is on the list of things to do. But just need some fundage, so in time. Next up, the old A320. If you're new to the channel, say hi. Love to hear from you. Sure would appreciate a like. Just trying to grow the channel and get out there and give you some good aviation action and knowledge. My background, if you're not aware, is I actually am a FAA licensed dispatcher. I worked for two airlines, a regional airline and then a mainline airline in the United States, and then took a breakaway to start graduate school because I'd kind of like to run an airline one day or be a part of it. But in the meantime, I'm doing this and a few other things. So hopefully we can give you some ATC knowledge and then some aviation knowledge as well. But these are non-stop arrive or departures, so I may just be keeping close to the fence here, close to the camera here. Well, we've been going for like 20 minutes strong now. Very cool. A320 on the ropes down the runway. And here we go again, nonstop. This is, I want to say, when I was looking at the line, we got an A220 rolling. Bet this is headed to San Jose or Dallas. Going on about a half hour of nonstop departures. All right, man. We'll catch you in a minute. Thanks, everybody, for the likes and tuning in the show. We still got a good 45 minutes left, so feel free to say hi and subscribe so we can grow the channel. And also, subscribing is the best way that you'll know where we're at. Like today, we're in Salt Lake City, which is usually my base, but sometimes we go on remote. Last week, I was in Las Vegas and Phoenix. This is Airbus A319 aircraft. Actually, no. It's a A320. I can tell by the body there. It's a little longer. Oh, no, our Southwest is off and running. 737-700 series. Boeing 737, that is. Sport Southwest guy is waiting to take out or to cross just runway 16 right. Another Airbus getting ready to depart. Roll down runway 16 right. Airbus A321 next up in the line. That seems to be finally straightening out. It's been nonstop departures for close to half an hour. Ninth island, because you know what? That is good to know. And Ray, that would make total sense because I was actually in Las Vegas, like I said last week, and it's amazing how many uh, residents and relatives are. And why is that? And why do they like to vacation there? Because it's super dry. Is that why it is? It's hot, but it's dry, or is it the casinos, or why? What do you think that is? That's interesting. All right, Delta 905 is this A321. 737 is on the move for Delta. 737-900 series. I like sending those to JFK or Seattle. Or along the south. Look at the size disparity between that 175 and that A330. Thanks everybody for tuning in and the likes. Still on for about another 40 minutes or so. And there is Delta 56 and A330 headed to Amsterdam just behind this E175. Waiting for the Alaska Airlines to cross 16 right there. And now it's decided to just stop. That glass you see right there, that is part of the second half Concourse A that they're currently constructing and will be done later this year. Back to live action, this 175. E175 typically holds about 76 passengers, 12 first class seats, and 64 regular seats. Economy seats. I like to call economy seems connotation. Oh, there's a FedEx. I'm going to ditch this at 175 and catch this FedEx here. And now back to the A330. As Infidel knows, it's A330 wide body brought to you by your mom because they share something in common. Heyo! That's probably the only time I'll use the joke. Yeah, dude, it is nonstop. It is nonstop. But that's what you like, right? I mean, bringing you the action is just nonstop. I think after this one, I'll finally have a break. Stop moving my arms and start talking. It's A330 headed to Amsterdam on Delta 56, Flight 56. Yes, nice and smooth. All right. Good job, everyone. A lot of good action as we take a look back down at downtown Salt Lake. And we're going to have this FedEx cross right in front of us here. Even though the cargo is on this side, I think they're still going to cross over. We'll follow them here as finally that last departure done. Yeah, we're nonstop for a good half hour. Thanks for everyone tuning in and for your likes. And if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Ahoy! Or aloha, right? Got about a half hour left. Getting some wind here at Salt Lake International. So we got rolling in. Delta's our JetBlue 6080, 6871. Right there. No time to rest today, folks. We are in the thick of it. Let's see what else is inbound for us. We got Delta 2918 to 737-800 from Seattle. Then behind them, Minneapolis, Delta 1215. It's a great question, Ray. Where's everybody else from? I want to know. And Delta 2155 inbound on an Airbus A220. Now, Ray, I will say I am originally from the Chicago area, so I will say Chicago, and then Infidel Firemen will also say Texas, because I did live in Texas for a while working for Envoy, one of the regional airlines. So, Western Oklahoma. Love it. See, I got to get down there to chase some tornadoes. Infidel Firemen, that'd be pretty dope. Looks like we've got an A319 from United heading down to runway 16 right. And I see the A321 from Minneapolis, or excuse me, Seattle, the Boeing 737-800 in the distance. We'll see if we can catch this 175 if they let them depart real quick. 1:30 down there. 1:30 in Hawaii. That is time for lunch. That sounds great. I will have lunch, dinner here coming up pretty soon. All right, so that airport, KCSM. Hmm, where is? Now you got me really thinking, Infidel. Thanks for saying hi, Ray. We'd love to have you back, and we'll be back. And like I said, best way subscribe, and that way you'll know when we're broadcasting next. So that's 737 from Seattle. Meanwhile, we'll see the Airbus A319 just pop into our view, and we'll go back to that. Twin spin, two at a time. Love it. And there's the 737-800 again. Next up, arriving on runway 17, as seen on TV, is Airbus A321 from Minneapolis, which will be in your picture in just a few seconds. Glenn Sherman, see, I'm going to have to look at the charts tonight. I am going to have to look at the charts. No question. Welcome in, everybody who's just tuning in. I'm Pip, broadcasting live from Salt Lake City for about another half hour. It's cold, it's windy, and it's cloudy. Uh-oh, we got another twofer. The CRJ 900 from Mesa Airlines. Now back to your regularly scheduled plane spotting of an A321 landing on runway 17 at Salt Lake City International. In from Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. And next in line will be an Airbus A220 from Spokane, Gonzaga. Chaotic Bean, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining the chat, joining with us. Yes, it is cold for sure. I do have wool socks on, which have greatly helped. But when I was a kid and I was in Boy Scouts, I think my feet were frostbitten. So permanently, they're like the first thing that gets cold in cold weather. Just, I don't know if there's any truth to that or any doctors who are watching the broadcast, but they're always the first thing to get cold. I really need to take a picture of my get up. I'll have to do that this week. But I don't mess around, and I think I may have to pull out the coveralls tomorrow or the next time we do plane spotting broadcast. And Chaotic Bean, if you're new to the channel and like what you see, Subscribe because we will inform you where we will be and when, typically by a video that I'll put out the night before the morning of. So you'll see it pop up in your feed there, and then you'll see like, oh, look, it's Pip. He's broadcasting from here. Da 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 da. So that's an A220-300 landing from Spokane. In a minute, let's see if we got anything else inbound as well. And thanks for the like. Change the name, eh? Good to have you back. I was like, where is he? Where is he? I haven't seen him for a while. Well, it's good to have you back, man. Welcome back. And I think we got the audio issues taken care of, and we got a nice steady stream going. So things are getting better and better each time. This will be our 12th broadcast number 12. Well, it does look like they're going to be sending everything on the western runway 16 right. No, well, maybe. I don't want to speak too soon. But so far, yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Infidel Fireman and Chaotic Bean. It's been good. So we're gonna the new technology. Thanks, Ray. The new technology looks like it's working out so far. The new hotspot, and I think I know what the issue was with the headset because sometimes it would be crackly. So there's just a couple of steps I have to work through. So we'll work through that process. But yeah, I agree. And yesterday's was pretty good too, and no real major hiccups. And it was sunny and warmer too. Any merch? Great question, Ray. Not yet. Not yet. This is my 12th broadcast, and I haven't started a GoFundMe page or monetize yet with YouTube, so you can donate. Not quite yet. So for right now, we're just going to stick to the basics of good plane spotting and education, and we'll continue to grow and expand things. Great question, though. I was thinking about something though the other night. You could just make a series of T-shirts with like funny sayings that aviation people would know, like hashtag Min's Life, like MINS, since dispatchers, pilots would know that, like low visibility, Min's Life, or other things. I'm open to suggestions though. You know what? Wool socks. I love it, dude. That's pretty smart. That is pretty smart because anyone I love what a lot of the live streamers do, but anyone can broadcast when it's 70 degrees out, but you definitely need to bundle up and get out there when it's not so because you're missing beautiful scenery when uh where the baby captain's at. That's a good one. The Hyman's captains where the baby captains. That's good. But yeah, wool socks for sure. I love the thought, Ray. So I'll work on that. Looks like we'll be cutting her down here in the next 10 minutes. A little bit short. Battery's about to die. I can usually, for the veterans like Chaotic Being an Infidel, usually we do about a 2-hour broadcast, and that's about the all that the laptop battery on the web stream can handle. But in the meantime, until I get a backup battery, so that we can do more remote locations, because that way I don't have to plug into anything, or I can plug into that battery. So pull before stream. All right, I'm writing all these down. The great thing is the chat is saved, so everything looks great. Pull about that one. That's good, man. That's smart guys. I have broadcasting with us today. Looks like we've got a wheels up from Dallas, a Cessna Citation 750 headed to us, and also an Embraer Phenom 300 routed to runway 17. We'll catch those before the end of the day, the broadcast. And a lot of private jets coming in for ski week, it looks like, or picking up from ski weekend. Sure, dispatchers are people too. Only 99. How about this one? Only 99% of captains don't apologize. Or that's that's kind. It's an inside joke, and I love all my pilots. I would do anything for them. But in the dispatch world, if you've been there, you know what that means. They're like, "Oh, I don't know about that. Somebody else did it." So, that's a good question. What was something that really irked me, or what was something that a pilot did that really irked me? God, that's a good question. I would. I will be 100% honest. I really have to think about this one because most pilots, seriously, like 95 percent of, or even like 98% of the pilots I worked with, they understood the value of having a dispatcher. Number one, because we could provide fuel for them if they needed. And first off, so you don't want to piss off the or tick off the gatekeeper, you know, who can provide fuel for you or get you an earlier slot time at ATC. So the majority, seriously, I have to think about it, were super good and great to work with. However, it would irk me, I would say, at times. So there were maybe few instances. So obviously, the dispatcher needs to know the minimums for each arrival airport. And so it would irk me when they would call up and be like, "Hey, man, we can't go." And they're like, "No, we can't go." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so then they would call, and then I said, "You know what? I never tried to argue with them. I totally understand. If you want, call the chief pilot and consult with them. If you're not comfortable going, that's okay." And then most times they would call back and be like, "All right, so it looks like we're gonna go ahead and go." But that would probably be the one thing. But that's very rare. Most pilots, if not all, are super sharp at what they do, especially the captains, because you'll get the captains. That's what would irk me. Okay, as I'm talking along here, as we see that Cessna Citation land, that's what would irk me. Okay, I know exactly what. I would get calls from the first officer saying, "Hey, what's going on? What's happening?" Da 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 da. I'm like, "Well, okay, you're not the captain.